What's up, everyone? Hope everybody out there is off to a great week. Man, here we are, 2026 season starting out. Chaos, weather, people pissed about channels changing. Yeah, if this isn't NASCAR, I don't know what the hell is. But we want to talk about all this here today. Of course, we're going to talk a little bit about the racing, some situations to that. But I want to get into some other aspects right now that's got people talking today. And one of the things is just Bowman Gray, situation of Bowman Gray. And I'll tell you that me personally, I was excited about Bowman Gray coming out of the class, especially getting the hell away from LA and the Coliseum deal. It was just logistically not a good deal for NASCAR teams to have to travel across country. Bowman Gray is perfect. Allows them to still focus on Daytona and not have to travel all over the damn town or across the country to do stuff. So a cool deal with that. But the real reality of this is that in this area, when this clash type situation was being planned at Bowman Gray, we haven't had bad winners here in North Carolina over the last recent years. I know that went into consideration in a lot of aspects because a lot of times, I mean, I think it was last year, hell, most of the winter, we were in the 50s. Felt damn good around here for the most part. And then this year, I don't know what the hell happened. I mean, I had 16 inches of snow here at my house in Concord, North Carolina. Last weekend, still got probably 2 or 3 inches in the yard today. This is not typical. Not typical at all. I've actually had snow or ice in my yard for 13 days now. So it don't happen around here. So I don't think NASCAR planned on any of this stuff right here with this situation. Unfortunately, it did happen. But then we also got to go over here to look at Fox with changing of the stations going to FS2 from Fox. And a lot of people were upset, pissed off about that. But you have to look at this from Fox's point right here too. And I say this because I work in the TV industry. I work especially in the commercial industry. And for a lot of these commercials, these advertisers who pay the bills for Fox and everybody else to continue on, they want their commercials with certain shows at certain times on certain networks. And that's the biggest reason why this had to switch over to, I guess, the Masked Singer or whatever. I don't know. Don't watch the show. Don't care about it. But that's why it had to switch over like that, because it's the advertisers paying the bill. And this is the situation NASCAR put itself in by bringing in the media bills, the media money, and making that more of a priority than putting people in the stands and merchandise and things like the past. So this is kind of a system that NASCAR built that they're going to have to deal with right now. But for Fox, I really can't blame them. I mean, we were supposed to have racing on Saturday and Sunday. They had this planned, had the commercials lined up, and everything just got screwballed and put over here to Wednesday. They have to adapt. Then the race just goes on for like a day and a half here all in one night. So not a cool deal for them to have to deal with, but you cannot blame Fox for that because, man, they got to pay bills too. And that's the way it is. And ironically, I've been away shooting commercials here the last couple of weeks. That's why I haven't done a lot of these episodes. I'm back now, thankfully. But ironically, one of the commercials I just shot was for Fox, Fox Sports. So I look forward to sharing more of that with you when I can. But I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people working over there at Fox Studios that they got to keep paying their bills too, man. So can't blame Fox for that. But now let's get to the race. I mean, it's just so damn interesting with all the situation. I'm going to be honest with you. Being away, shooting these commercials, I just wanted to sit down yesterday and watch all day racing. Kind of did piss me off that the heat races were gone. I think the heat races are one of the best parts about having the clash right here. It separates it from the rest of the year. Putting it on the quarter mile, another separation that I think is cool. I don't hate the racing with the Cup cars at Bowman Gray. But not having the heat races, that kind of disappointed me. Then even the practice and everything else going to the app instead of on TV. I was like, man, damn, this kind of bums me out. But again, man, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But the racing, that last chance qualifier, man, seeing Corey LaJoy and AJ Allmendinger battling like that, and also the two-car Austin Cindric. I mean, that was cool to see. That was really great to see Corey LaJoy out there who's in good equipment right now, trying to prove himself. I enjoyed watching that. I look forward to seeing what Corey's going to do at Daytona now. I think this built his confidence more with the equipment that he's in. Could be a long shot. It is a long shot, but still, who the hell knows right now, especially after RFK showing the way that they did yesterday. Man, the racing, the main, the cautions. I mean, so many damn cautions. Lap 41 right here, a debris caution. This is where NASCAR's typical NASCAR that starts people talking. Listen to Mike Joy right here.
Anybody see any debris?
I mean, it's like, is there caution? Is it because of the weeper? Is it, what the hell's going on? But then, there was some great racing. I mean, take a look right here, lap 56. I mean, we got side-by-side action with Briscoe and Larson up there. And at different points, we had the 24, the 19, the 5, the 54 battling. I mean, just around lap 72 in different areas. But at the end of the first 100 laps there, Ty Gibbs getting it done. And this is very cool because we got Ty Gibbs, Carson Hocevar up front. These aren't our usual suspects racing for the lead like this, so hopefully this is something that carries over throughout the season. But we also had the Hendrick, the Gibbs cars, everything up there. Penske in the mix, but Hendrick and Gibbs guys are going to be up there all the time. Then the weather comes in, the brakes, the delays. Everybody's getting annoyed. Everybody's getting angry. I even myself started thinking, God, this is an embarrassment to the whole system right now. But then we go back to green flag racing at lap 102, and Hamlin slides, catches Larson, Priest goes around. I mean, this is the second time Ryan Priest was almost caught up into something right here, or was caught up into something that could have changed the whole night, but luckily not able to take him out. Then 120, you got Josh Berry over here, gets it in a wall, could have slipped off into the pitch right there. Obviously wanted to bring out the caution, which happened. And that breeds more cautions because by lap 122, Bowman and the Cindric right here, Larson and Hamlin getting caught up in it, two tire down. And Larson and Hamlin, man, they had, especially Hamlin right now, for him to have the finish that he did after spinning out like 977 times last night, pretty impressive. But then here we go again, 8 laps later, lap 130, we got Elliott getting into Gibbs, getting him sideways. 9 laps later, lap 139, Hamlin around in turns 3 and 4. This is the time Carson Hocevar's leading the race right here. I almost caught him up into that right there. But again, here we go. We got Carson Hocevar up front. So cool to see these other guys up there. And again, hopefully this continues throughout the year. I'd love to see Carson get a win. Lap 140, Hamlin sends Austin Dillon around. Again, Hamlin just, one of them nights. Lap 43, SBG, Priest, Gibbs, Zilich, Briscoe, Hocevar, all these guys are racing up front. We're seeing the different transitions into the racetrack drying out. We're seeing the guys who do a lot of dirt racing, are used to racing in wet weather, doing good right here, road course guys. By lap 144, Hamlin around again after Logano spins in 3 and 4. Just so much action taking place in 3 and 4. And then lap 145, Connor Zilich out there getting into Ty Gibbs. Hocevar caught up in it. Damage ends a chance for Hocevar and Gibbs right then. Again, could have changed the outcome of these two guys not got caught up in these things and had these incidents. But then we go lap 153, Larson out of gas. Just again, continuing with his night, the way everything just went to hell. Lap 165, Briscoe spins, SVG. This is when they're racing for second. And then SVG gets into his teammate right there, Connor Zilich, both of the Trackhouse cars. Caught up in that melee in turns 3 and 4 again. And the big one right here, lap 181, Hocevar and Wallace. They've been beating and banging. Kind of the temper's getting a little flared, and the 77 gets sent through the infield right there. And, that's lap 181. Let's just go lap 182. Kyle Busch, Larson, Gibbs, Tangle, Larson going around again, ready to pack it up, go home, and move on. That's what he was looking for. But anyways, Ryan Priest getting a win out there. And, here we go again. We got William Byron, Blaney. The typical guys, these are the guys that are going to be in the championship hunt. They're right there. But Ryan Priest getting a win. And Daniel Suarez, 4th place position right there. 4th place finish. New team. Love this. And again, with Carson Hocevar running the way that they were, hopefully this continues. We get to see some different guys up front running for the races. And again, man, with these 15 extra bonus points, these wins are going to really matter. So I think these guys are really going to be pushing for this. And Hamlin coming home in 5th. Guy around so much, still able to come home with a 5th place finish. So that just shows right there how this little short track racing can have its excitement. But man, the weather, there was points of the race that to me, it was almost embarrassing because I kept thinking about what if somebody's just flipping through the channels right now and not knowing that the racing is going to be on Wednesday night and they see this, they would be like, what the hell is this? But the drivers were able to adapt, and that was a cool thing. And the race did come out to turn out pretty good. Now, the other aspect I talk about was that mandatory pit stop for gas, for fuel right there, which threw what could be some fuel strategies other teams had already been working on out the window. That's what I don't like to see. That was another thing I think had more to do with we need to get this race over with. We don't need cautions for cars running out of gas. But again, that's typical NASCAR, making up some rules as they go. But man, I'm going to tell you, last night I had a different opinion on this whole race. I was like, again, I'll say, man, I was kind of embarrassed for NASCAR for the whole situation. But I wanted to sleep on it before I did anything. And again, coming back today to look at everything, man, this they had their backs against the wall. I mean, NASCAR and Fox, they both had their backs against the wall with this situation with the weather, so I cannot blame them. All in all, for these circumstances, I have to say a good job by them. I really do. And again, I had a different opinion last night, but when you have to do stuff like this, when you get used to working in this industry for so long, you understand there's some sacrifices that have to take place to get the end product, and that's what took place. But anyways, what are your thoughts? Do you think we need to bring Bowman Gray back next year? I think we need to keep it there. Man, people, everybody wants Daytona back, but you go back to Daytona, there's some years that it rained, had different shortened races, different things that took place to change stuff there. So you got to look at it. Can't control the weather, but hopefully we don't have a season of that this year with a bunch of rain delays and postponements and things that we've seen in the past. But this goes back to the broadcasters, because certain media partners want certain races on their channel and everything else, which makes scheduling fall into the way that it does. This is the sacrifice NASCAR did by putting so much in the hands of media that didn't used to be there in the past. So got to roll with the times, got to roll with the changes, I guess. But anyways, again, throw them comments down below. Let me know how you feel about everything. Man, again, I'm back now. Get back on these episodes. Possibly shooting one more commercial. Did a callback for it yesterday. And interestingly enough, it's another NASCAR commercial. We'll just give his initials, KB. Let's just say that. So hopefully we land that. I'm actually looking right now and just got a message from my agent. So hopefully that's what it's about. But let's have a fun season, man. Join me for it all. And again, throw them comments down below. And, man, as always, have a great day out there. And stay warm. And we'll see you at the checkered flag.
Yeah,